Hey, it's Dr. Deer with 5 reasons why the death of a loved one can cause or increase anxiety. Anxiety is when you're thinking about things that happened in the past, or you're thinking about things that are going to happen in the future, and you can't control any of those things. The only thing that we can focus on, or that we should focus on, is what is happening right now. So after the death of the loved one, that thought process increases. And that leads me to number one. You're on the edge of always thinking who's going to die next. Like, that's a constant thought. Again, thinking about the future, thinking about what can happen, and not living in the present. Number two, you're fearful when the phone rings late at night. That's the anxiety, because you're already creating this thought like, oh my gosh, there's something bad that's happening. Did someone die? And that leads me to number three. You have panic if you have not heard from a loved one in a few days. You start to panic and you think about the worst. You start to catastrophize, thinking that something happened to them, or they're deceased or something like that. So that anxiety has increased. And that leads me to number four, is that you're constantly making sure that your loved ones are being healthy and being safe when they're driving, eating the right foods, working out, making sure all of that. And all of that is not saying that that's a bad thing, but when you overdo it after the death of a loved one, it's because you're having that anxiety. And that leads me to number five. You find yourself thinking a lot about your own death, or how that's going to look, and not staying present. So all of these thoughts is that we're not in the present, and that happens to some people after the death of a loved one. Your anxiety just increases, and you're having these thoughts, and you can't stay focused on the present. And and I get it, the present kind of hurts. So if this is you, and this has been going on, and you're having a lot of these thoughts and they're like taking over, please seek a therapist so they can help you maneuver through how to process your grief. Again, praying for everybody who's lost anybody.